Hello, and welcome back to the world of Arklands and to Mai's Academy. When we last left our heroes in training, they were introduced to House Sarada and had a
sparring match.
A sparring match. I was gonna say tete-a-tete, which is, it's a way of saying fight, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna just say that.
Well, you just did, so.
I know.
Did just say.
I don't know what it means.
You did not know?
No.
Context clues.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys won. Well done. Rolls were in your favor, and
You're welcome.
you accidentally made a very good tactical choice in who was excluded from that fight. You proceeded to choose your rooms in your dormitory.
And friends.
No.
And yes, had some
Or should we say, partners in crime.
some bonding time.
Oh, that's right.
We'll get to that. We'll get to it.
And I believe it's in the evening of the first day is when we pick back up for this session of Arklands. As day one of your attendance of Mai's Academy
Kick you out a window.
begins to come to a close, is there anything that the four of you would like to do?
Are we...
No, we're gonna sit there in dead silence.
Is this like end of the day or just going into
I think it's
evening?
like late afternoon, early evening. I don't think there's anything specific planned. It's
Accustomed to your rooms.
yeah. It's a time for you to move into your rooms. Time to
Oh, Al rearranges his furniture.
okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Kiera did draw out, and I think she has posted to the Discord
Yes.
the
The
rough
layout.
room layout. And so that's you can arrange things as however you like.
Cass, help me move my bed. It's heavy.
All right. Cass is obviously more than willing to help the guy who
Make an
helped
athletics
keep
check.
him,
From going down.
from going down. Yeah. Oh. Can I re-roll that? Athletics, that's a 9.
That's a 9. L, I would also like you to make an athletics check.
10.
Did you already roll?
I did already roll.
Please ask
I can roll
me
again if you would
help.
like.
No. I'm going to say the two of you spend the rest of the evening
Moving everything.
Scraping.
trying to move the furniture.
But here's-
you do succeed.
We're moving it, but the problem
Eventually.
is... No, I don't like that. Move it over here.
Yeah. You do eventually
No, I
succeed.
can't see out the window there.
Area
Can't
to
see
move
the
this
Eddie's
if you-
room here. No, we should move it.
If we wanted to go there, we have to move this.
No,
now we have to find a
no,
new place for this.
I want it there. It's,
But
it looks-
it won't fit with that there.
Ari walks
But
over at
the-
one point and just peeks in and sees the two of you arguing and struggling to move furniture.
It has a very aesthetic look here. We cannot move it.
Do you need any help?
No, actually, he's got a point.
See, she gets it.
I'm gonna
Okay.
dim-
You cannot move it.
Okay,
And I'm going to
if
go
you
back
don't
to my
wanna
room and
move
I'm
it-
going to
Thank you, though, Eddie. You could
write
stay if you
some
like.
letters.
Okay. Got it. So,
I will message you what those are.
understood. And as and
Crow has not moved a single piece of her furniture, completely as is, doesn't care. But she has moved a whole bunch of just junk into the one open corner in her room. Just a bunch of boxes of misfit materials and
thought you were gonna say
trinkets
misfit
and
toys.
all that stuff.
I was gonna be so excited. You've got a Charlie in the box. Have you never seen the Island of Misfit Toys?
Rudolph the
Rudolph?
Red-Nosed Reindeer?
no, I never watched any of those.
Gosh, it's been a long time. I did not like them.
I want to be a dentist.
I've seen that from the memes alone. So, Ari is writing letters. The boys are struggling to move furniture. What is Crow doing?
I'm gonna get some food.
Okay.
Are the food stations at the bottom of the towers open yet?
They are not.
They're not.
They actually won't be open.
Then she's not gonna eat.
Oh, is
She's
there a
gonna
vending
hang
machine
out.
for her to go get food from? You know.
There is a.
If those aren't open, she's not gonna bother.
I mean, there's like snack-ish food already stocked. Like there's some basic supplies stocked in your kitchenette.
Okay.
So you could have some stuff in your dorm.
Yeah, like cooking materials or.
Yeah, there's flour and sugar and eggs and probably some milk.
Nah, she doesn't bother.
Okay. So what does she spend her evening doing?
She does not know, and so she wanders around a little bit bored. Looks for something to do in her room, does not want to start a project, so she kind of just wanders into the main room and just chills, playing with like a little metal puzzle that she's made, while she listens to the chaos happening in the other rooms.
No,
So
this way.
She uses the boys as entertainment.
Yes.
Ari has to work very hard to tune them out because she's not used to this much noise. And she gets a little annoyed but doesn't say anything about it.
Are there any like plants or vases in there that are breakable?
I don't
No,
think
not
they have any
no,
decor yet. You'd have to get that
Yeah.
yourself.
not
Cass
at the
probably
moment.
has decor for his room.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things he went shopping for.
Probably,
with,
yeah.
It's
in the
family
beginning of time.
pictures. You know.
He probably does have one, yeah.
Yeah.
He probably
yeah.
has a portrait of his family.
Mm-hmm.
Fancy clock. You know, made of pure gold or something like that.
El's room is basically
He's rich. Whatever.
For the moment, yeah.
the aesthetic.
Is minimalism.
Exactly.
Yeah, valid.
Ari goes over to Crow's room. Is the door open or closed?
Crow's actually in the main room right
Oh,
now.
she's in
Yeah, she's just
chilling
sitting in the common room.
sideways in a couch.
Sorry,
as she
I
does.
missed that part. I thought
No,
you
you're
said
fine.
you
I
went back to
half
your room.
expected her to be hanging upside down on the couch.
Yeah.
Like her feet just hooked over the
Depends
Bat,
on the
not a
mood.
crow.
Yeah. Ari kind of just is Cass's door open
Yeah.
while
Cass's
he's
door
helping.
would be open.
Ari kind of wanders over and just like looks and takes
being a
in
peek and
Cass's
Tom?
room. I mean, she's very clearly like just walks into the middle of the room and just stands kind of in the doorway, just like looking at the room. Crow's door is, I assume, closed.
She left it open.
Yeah, so she does the same thing to Crow's room, just kind of looks in there, looks around. She doesn't go in, she just kind of stands in the doorway.
Is there
Just
anything
kinda does a
specific that the
circle.
two of you, because you two especially would have the most,
Stuff.
Stuff.
specific aesthetic decor.
Oh, I mean, Cass has got his armor sitting up on an armor stand, like near his bed. Like we said, he's got a portrait of his family. He's got like a couple little pots with some plants in them. He probably does have a more or less elaborate clock. Probably not solid gold, but he probably has a nice clock.
Is it like sitting on the desk or is it hanging on the wall?
It'd be on probably his bureau.
Oh, yep. Fair.
Yep.
And how about Crow?
No decoration. Currently, there's a bunch of junk in the corner. Eventually, that stuff's gonna spread out all over the place.
And junk is like
Like metal scraps in boxes, trinkets and contraptions she's made. Maybe a few like partially made weapon items that she hasn't had the motivation to finish, so they're in yet another box in the corner. Her wings have like a stand that they're kind of like set off to the wall on the side, out of the way, tucked up, closed. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
fair.
I don't think she's gotten her bike up there yet. Yeah,
That would be moved.
later.
Yeah.
Can I make a D100 roll real quick?
Sure.
Cool.
Okay. Am I allowed to know what I'm rolling for?
No.
Okay.
I believe this is
It's a 37.
simply put a probability check.
Yeah.
37.
You see a single duffel bag. And that's about it.
Cool.
Do you go to move it? Along with the rest of the stuff?
Only if it's in the way. And that would just be he'll move it off to the side, just enough to move stuff.
It's in the
There
way.
it is. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Then he does not touch it.
Yeah. So minimal baggage for L.
Yeah. So she does her rounds and then just stands there in the doorway for a few minutes watching them try and move the furniture and argue about things. Just doesn't give her opinion, just kind of stands there, a little bit awkward and creepy.
What does do?
Yeah, you know.
Eventually, you're able to get everything, but by that point, I think you're
Pretty much
quite
ready
exhausted.
for bed.
I think you probably had, snacks or something resembling a dinner at some point in the middle.
And tea.
Yeah, we did make tea.
Yeah, Cass would end up looking through like the cabinets and being like, "Is this all there is?"
Until
Well, you were informed that these are just the basic supplies.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything that you want to request, you can have stocked.
Okay.
You just
can
have
we
to
do that now? Where's the
we
button?
can probably put in a request. I don't know how fast.
Let's do it. And Elle starts looking for a button to press.
It's not a. Make an investigation check.
Can I help with that?
My
You can try.
My poor, delicate, stupid Elle. With his -1 investigation.
Yeah, you get help
Yay! Because that was bad.
Why'd you roll with advantage?
because I have advantage on
Oh,
investigation.
fair enough.
Cass is gonna make a check as well.
It's a racial feat.
Ooh, wow.
Or racial
Okay.
strength.
Correct.
13.
13. Instead of an investigation, I will have Cass make a history check.
Oh, perfect. So that's a flat 20.
Flat 20. 13, you don't find any buttons.
Oh man.
They mentioned you have to put in the request with a member of staff.
Okay. Cass is just watching Elle like rummage around the kitchen looking for
Is it
stuff.
under here?
No, it's not there.
Elle,
Do you know what-
it's?
Try over to
you
the
have
right.
to talk to somebody. This place is fancy, but it's not
Right.
that fancy.
This way. What?
Elle,
You have
there's
to talk,
no button. You have to go
You
to
have
a
to
staff
probably
member.
ask Grave or
How do we get to Honda then?
tomorrow.
But I'm hungry.
I have some more tea.
What
Do
time
you
is
have
it?
any snacks left? from
It's probably like
the train.
9.
All right, Elle, come on.
Yes, we get the food.
Where are you going?
We'll go grab some groceries. I'm sure there's somewhere in town we can pick some up from.
Ooh. We're going into town.
I'll
This
go.
will be nice.
Take a walk around town too.
I mean, if we're all going.
And you should come. Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Sure. Yeah.
Late night cruise. I'm sure there might be 1 or 2 shops still open.
Yeah.
This will be.
So
What?
tonight-
We had no curfew, right?
Well, we should be back by
curfews.
midnight.
Yes.
Ideally, I'd like to be back by 11. That's when I like to start winding down usually.
I mean, preferably the
Good time.
earlier we
I
get back, the
remember those
better.
days.
But we can check with the gate master or lift master or whatever he is. We'll check with him and see what the curfew is. Because I believe he stops running the tram at a certain point.
Stops running in at midnight.
Okay.
Correct. So,
Wow, you paid attention.
I did pay attention.
Yeah.
I
Well
took
done.
notes.
I knew all of that, but
Yes, in character.
but does
Elle-
Elle know all of that?
he does.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Elle's not entirely stupid. Wait a minute. I said something nefarious going on.
Ding!
Something criminal.
Suspicious mess over here. You know what? It bothers me that you have all the chocolate milk powder settled to the bottom. You should
Yeah.
give that a
Should
good
mix it
shake.
up.
You're missing out.
Anyway, easy enough to get down. You're able to get down to the city in like 15 minutes.
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah, the tram moves fairly quickly. It is a fair distance of travel time, or of like
A
Physical?
fair distance of distance, yes.
it's like a few miles,
Okay.
but the tram makes it quickly.
For you Euros, that's at kilometers.
More kilometers than miles,
Yes,
because that's how conversion works.
exactly.
Thank you, Mr. Education.
10 in intelligence.
No, you're not.
Oh yeah, you're right.
7 in intelligence.
That's my other character.
No, that's just Ryan.
No, I'm a solid 11. That was rude.
No. I think intelligence is one of your higher ones. Anyway, you make it down to town pretty easy.
You just got complimented hard, bro.
I don't understand the.
There's a lot of things floating around in my head, and my face does not match them.
Understandable.
Thank you.
He's
Use
blushing on the
words.
inside.
Considering blushing is just blood rushing, technically speaking, your entire
Is that what
body-
blushing means? Shoot, that's interesting.
That-
Blood rushing.
No.
Wait, it actually
That might be.
I don't know. We can look it up later.
That's etymology.
You have a map.
Yes,
Where do you want to go?
to the town.
Is there anything open at this time of night?
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be certain places that are open 24/7, like the riverbed is going to be open.
7-Eleven's usually open 24/7.
What is a 7-Eleven?
All right.
Actually,
any place that looks like it would sell food at the moment.
Okay,
General
well, there's
store.
definitely restaurants that'll be open for.
Oh, is there a Dollar General?
There is a marketplace. It is getting ready to kind of close down for the night, but you are able to get there. It's like it closes at 10 kind of thing.
Gotcha.
People kind of close.
It's
their
the
stalls.
last half hour.
Yeah, so you're definitely there.
We're those
at the
kind of
end.
people.
With time to.
Look, we're not the people who walk in 5 minutes before
That's
close.
different.
Is it called the Copper
Those are
Captain?
different.
A what?
Copper Captain instead of Dollar General.
Yes, please. Please.
Yes!
Please. Please let that be a change.
Write that down.
Roll a D100.
Please be high.
You're gonna use L's. L's.
I have an inspiration if you want to
time.
use it.
Of all things.
Come on. Give me the same roll as Ray getting BS lucky in the realm of water. He said 21. 21?
21.
I can roll again if you like.
I have an inspiration if you want it.
Ooh, sure.
We want this trade.
I think inspiration
God.
allows
Use
you to
it?
re-roll one of the dice.
One of the dice? Okay, so I'll
Reroll
re-roll
it.
the
Can I
two.
get an inspiration for having brought him Cheetos, which I kind of brought for myself, but he took some?
It's a 51 now. Sorry.
Beef. I keep forgetting. I need to hardwire your audio setup.
It's a good remix.
It's the right version.
What'd you roll?
51.
51?
Dead center.
So I was going to do 50 or higher. The Copper Captain offers low prices and low quality. But that's fine.
But is it edible, though?
By the strictest definition, yes.
Good. Then it will do.
Sure.
Cass has never been to a Copper Captain.
He
before.
has
It's a
not.
chain.
Yeah.
That chain does not exist anywhere that he's been.
It's insane.
There's like 12 of them where L is from.
Yeah. I think like
You kind of
does
in
take
That was a
a,
19.
if you're in a food desert, it's kind of the only thing around.
Yeah.
yeah. You do get there at like 9:45. There's like 15 minutes to closing.
Quick, get something, anything. That aisle. You, go that aisle. You go down aisle number 4. You, aisle number 3. You, with me, always.
Okay.
That's just like over here.
I want everyone to make investigation checks.
All right.
And that's why you're with me. I'm a
All
minus
right, I'm
1.
gonna make my investigation check first. Oh, that's
All
not
right.
good. That's a 4. But I'm also going to make a insight, I guess, on him. Nope. Cass doesn't have a clue.
What'd you roll?
That was a 1.
And that one?
Yeah. Cass doesn't even think a single thing about it. He's just like, oh, okay, all right. I guess he needs help.
No,
He
in
does.
that one, he's like, wow, he really must not trust Aerie.
So
Won't
now
let her out of his sight. The nat one?
it's a little overprotective.
That's fair.
So,
Okay,
17.
is there anything specific y'all are looking for?
Fruit or vegetables.
Food in general. I think Cass goes down the aisle of cleaners and like
Yes.
Donuts or
toiletries
Jell-O?
stuff.
Jello?
Sure. Okay.
I
Fruits
That
and...
is now Elle's favorite snack. Donuts and
She's
Jell-O.
not going in with a plan. She's just looking for
Understood.
something that looks good.
Okay, and so a 4. You don't got shit.
No.
What'd y'all roll?
17.
17.
You go down like the toilet paper aisle.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
There's no food.
I got a 15.
Good to know. alcohol, I'm thinking if you would roll in that one, urinal cake. that's food, right?
Oh, you should have done it anyway.
So funny. Oh, I would have felt so bad for
I feel
Cass.
like Cass did pick it up and like, no, just puts it back.
It's not that
I,
stupid.
I've seen these before. Once. That was enough.
But between the three of you, you are able to gather a modicum of good-looking food, some dry snacks, some fruit,
Some bread.
Yeah, some bread.
It's not fresh, but it's bread.
Yeah, it's very white bread, or it's like Wonder Bread.
Yep, it's the very...
As well as the fantasy equivalent of Jell-O.
You can make Jell-O, I believe. Gelatin is a animal product, and there's pectin, which is essentially fruit-based gelatin.
It's more akin to an ooze.
Yeah. Like branding of
Edible ooze.
on it.
But it is Elle's favorite snack now.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Jello and donuts.
It's like an ice cube tray, but it's just a bunch of gelatinous cubes.
Little
that are edible.
oh my gosh, little slime shots. That's what they're called. Let's go!
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but non-alcoholic.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, you can get the fun stuff, but
Yeah, but that's not what Elle's getting.
no. Not tonight anyway.
Exactly. Okay, so you have a handful of items. I would like one of y'all to roll me a d20.
I've not been rolling.
Not it.
Nice.
18. Okay. With an 18. 18 what? Yeah, as you are heading back is there anywhere that you guys would want to go, or are you planning to head straight back?
I mean, Cass was planning on heading straight back, but if the group wants to do something...
I want to take a little stroll. The city is nice.
Alright.
Ari wants to
very
head
pretty.
back, but she sticks by Elle and just kind of follows him around.
How much am I spending?
Yeah.
Just like,
Like 7 copper
It's the
pieces?
copper captain, my man. Everything's a copper.
No, but
like here's the
how
thing:
many do
Dollar
you
General
get?
doesn't actually charge $1 for everything.
Yeah, but this is your opportunity to be better.
Listen, they gotta.
It's
they
a
gotta make profit.
fantasy.
It's a competitive world.
Which is
guys.
why they're all a copper. Because it's a fantasy. It's a perfect
I
opportunity.
will say for
Only in a fantasy world will you find something that's actually the price
Like,
it's advertised at.
5 silver
Okay.
for everything, for like all the fruit, all the
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like $50.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 5 silver removed.
Does that make a dent in your pocket?
No. That was less than 1%.
Can I see your pocket?
No.
Okay. How much do you have in there?
Enough?
Okay.
The sun has long since set, so it is sky full of stars above. There's not really light pollution. There's not enough technological advancement for there to be light pollution.
Aries pointing out constellations to Elle.
And so as you're kind of taking a stroll, oh, fancy seeing you here.
Who is this?
And you see your housemates.
Oh!
The other team?
Oh.
Team B?
Team B.
Team losers?
Don't say that.
Team Beta.
Hello there. I can't not.
Kakari. His hood pulled down. We were just exploring town a bit.
Oh, so were we.
I'll find anything interesting.
Yes. Have you ever had slime shots?
Oh. Once or twice.
Oh,
Good.
Good does not begin to describe.
It sounds
fan.
odd, I will admit.
They're mostly
slime
sugar.
shop?
You can say nothing until you try it.
That's fair. I've never had one before.
Caspian, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception? It is 11. Do you pickpocket me? Somebody's pickpocketing me, aren't they?
I have a passive perception of 15. Does that make a difference?
Not even like die. You see Kari, you see Ose, you see Kore and Echo. You don't see Rogue. At least not at the moment. Kore walks up to you. I'm sorry. I feel like I've done something to
Sweet baby!
I feel like I offended or I'm sorry.
Cass wasn't there for that, was he? I don't think he was. I think he left.
You were standing like to the side.
Yeah, because I think that was right after they interacted with Crow, which Cass zipped away.
Yeah.
So Cass doesn't know. He's just like, what?
He rolled a 7 on a wisdom saving throw. He just stammers and can't really find the words to say, like, no, it's not you. But
So I just wanted to apologize if
hey.
Staring her.
Wait, no, that's Eddie. Help! Well, I'm asking you for help.
What's wrong?
I'm gonna make an insight check on her.
Go for it.
Okay, yeah. That's a flat 20. She's being genuine.
She is being genuine. She was grabbed by the head.
And then told to sit out.
There was a look of utter. For Elle, it was shock and uh-oh. From her perspective, utter disdain and disapproval that they ended up in the same house. And then she was specifically, without any conversation, picked to sit out. She believes Elle hates her for some reason.
Oh my god!
I don't think that Elle hates you or that you've done anything wrong. The interactions that we have had, I think the first time when he grabbed your head accidentally, he was blinded and was looking for me. I don't really know why he reached his hand down because I'm not that much shorter than he is.
Well,
Yeah, you are.
Okay, yeah.
also, Kore's head height is about your shoulder height.
Oh, okay.
She's little.
So I think he was reaching for my shoulder, and then before he was just embarrassed that you ended up in the same house as us because he was embarrassed about grabbing your head earlier, and then
Make a persuasion check.
What did I miss?
persuasion. Okay, yeah. 8. That's a 10 minus 2.
Which means the DC for her insight check is...
Would be 8.
No, it's higher than. Was it like 25 minus 8?
25 minus
Right?
8.
It's between 20 to 30, depending on how difficult I think the initial thing is, minus the persuasion check. So I'll go with 25 because it's not a 30, but it's not 20. So 25 is good. So that means
it's
it
a
is
17.
a DC 17. It's a 14 for her.
Can I cast a spell on myself?
Sure. What spell?
Command.
Let me read the spell description.
Unless you want to give
okay.
Ari help with her.
You speak a one-word
Persuasion.
command to a creature you can see within range.
I mean, I guess you can see
yeah.
yourself.
Yeah,
I can see my nose right now, so...
Relax. I voluntarily failed the save. I'll roll. Oh, I failed anyway.
There we go. And yeah, you can see Aries' words are not necessarily having a... They're not making things worse.
What was your name again?
Kore.
Kore. I was right. Kore. I am sorry. What she said is true. I was blinded by one of the instructors. I think it was Grave. I'm gonna have to get him back for that. And I could not see...
Who's the headmaster?
Oh, okay. That's what it was.
Because he made a comment when he was in the middle of talking.
So I reached for something that would calm me down, someone who would calm me down. And I could not find her and I panicked. So finding out you were in the house, same house as me, worried me because I had offended you. And that scared me.
No, you didn't. You never offended me.
Oh, I didn't?
I was surprised.
Oh, you looked at me like you hated me. Do you not?
No.
Oh, good.
I just was grabbed by the head all of a sudden.
It is, yes. I don't hate you, by the way. You're very sweet.
Kakari kind of like drapes his arm and just like, isn't that nice? Glad we got that all sorted out.
What a strange meeting you two had.
Apparently.
Aren't you missing someone?
I'm sure she'll turn up.
Crow was gonna go looking for Rogue. She rolled a flat 20 on perception.
A flat 20. Okay. A flat 20 is not enough.
Oh, wow.
Can I make a perception check now that he's pointed out that they're missing
go for
someone?
Cass is not suspicious enough to make a check.
Nope,
And it pains me!
Don't you have advantage on perception?
I do not. I have
It's
advantage on
investigation.
insight and investigation.
Right.
Well,
I'm sure she'll turn up, but you guys did fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
That's it's interesting to see. Quite a few of us are matched up quite well.
Yes, some of you did very
Wings.
well.
Echo here, he kind of just crosses his arms and grunts at L.
Yes, Echo and Rogue gave us a run for our money. She hit me pretty hard.
She, trust me, that's you'll know when she hits you hard.
I don't know if I want to see what that means or not.
I'm sure we'll spar with them again.
Yes.
Maybe I'd like to see it from a third-person perspective.
And I'm sure Kore here will get a chance to participate next time. But, just, well done.
Indeed.
So, what are you doing in town?
El was hungry and we didn't have enough food, so we went to the store and picked some snacks up.
also the city is beautiful, so taking a look.
You see Osei kind of come up and tug on Kakari's hood, or rather on his cloak. He's like, oh, yeah. And just kind of whispers something. He's like, yes, but we're socializing. That's fine. Come on. There's apparently a laboratory of some sort here in town that Osei is excited to see.
Ah.
What kind of laboratory?
Don't. He kind of just... with all eyes on him, he just kind of goes blank for a second.
Oh, don't everyone turn around. Look at the star. Oh, so you can talk now.
Yes.
Cass doesn't, by the way.
Yeah, neither does Crow.
There is a lab here in Eric's that specializes in sunlight. Specifically in the collection of it.
Yes, northeast.
You're familiar with it?
I've seen it from the sky.
Fair. Yes, when the sun sets each evening, the light is filtered through the waterfall, and it refracts in such a way that the lab has a kind of like a reverse telescope, or maybe just a. They have a lens that is able to collect the sunlight, which they are then. They're apparently doing some interesting things with it.
Oh, well, I don't wish to hold you up.
Should we all go see it? I'm
Interesting, but I
intrigued.
don't want to impose on them.
Kakari kind of just, no imposition at all. If you're interested to see it, then
We're in the same
By
house
all
after
means,
all.
We might as well.
It is at this point that Rogue kind of basically just appears. Like you look around and then you look around again and she's just there now. Like you don't see her walk up or anything like that.
Ah, Rogue, where were you?
Oh, just exploring.
Inside
Inside
check.
check.
Nobody trusts.
Ooh.
That's a natural 1 and a natural 20.
That is also a natural 20.
So
What's her deception mod?
8 plus 7.
I'm only got a +3 to
She
insight.
has expertise in deception.
Of course.
Yeah, so I'm at a total of 23.
For a total of 27.
It's higher than me. 22.
Yeah, because
But
that
in
is.
the natural 20s!
Yep.
Anyone else
Do you
have
want to
inspiration?
confirm?
No. I believe you. I don't need to confirm. I trust you. The only number you ever fudged was.
Yuri is suspicious, but not going to say anything.
I wasn't going to say anything. But I know.
Just
Kind of checks her pockets.
getting a lay of the land.
Well, you missed Elle and what was your name again?
Corey.
Corey. You missed the story of how they met.
Oh, I was witness to it initially.
What an interesting start we've had.
To say the least.
Shush.
Well, anyway, we need to get going because we need to visit this this sun forge, sun lab,
Yeah, a lab.
Sun,
Yes.
Is it gonna have the same effect while the sun's down?
It's already collected it, though, I thought, right?
Is it going to be open this late?
I.
Open or
so.
not, we can go see.
That's true.
How long have we been
Elle,
out? and
Elle
what
gives
time
a
is it?
sly
like-
look at Crow.
It's like getting to be 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it was like 9:45 when we got to.
That's true. So it's probably more like 10, 15.
Open or not.
Girl, pay attention. 18 on the die.
Oh, yeah. She knows.
So, yeah.
Hint,
Would it be
hint,
open?
wink,
Pays
wink.
enough attention to that.
Would it be open?
Have you ever gone?
I think Crow has flown over it a number of times, but she hasn't explicitly checked it out.
Then I don't think you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes,
So
another
she just shrugs.
10 minutes of walking, but you're able to get there.
Actually, technically,
What
it's
does
like
it-
a mile away.
What do people who don't care about whether something is open or
How long
closed
does it
do when
take
something
to
is closed?
Sorry, I did not comprehend any
about,
of that.
40 minutes, I think.
We can break in if it's closed.
I used to walk like a quarter mile to work, and it wasn't.
A mile was like 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah. To walk a mile is about 15-20 minutes.
I
Yeah.
usually fly the distance.
So, okay, yeah, it takes you about 20 minutes then. So you,
Well, okay, that depends on how straight of a line you're going in. Because I did not
this is
used to
true.
walk in a straight line to get to work.
That's fair.
And
I mean,
it
if you
took
look
me
at
like
the,
15 minutes to get.
I would say that you're at roughly 6 on the map, and the lab is at 15. So you just walk along the river. So it's a fairly straight shot.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd say about 15, 20 minutes. And not only is it open, there's a few people in queue.
Oh, all right.
It appears that there's a short line in order to gain entry. You kind of see Osei like
Oh, I guess it did work.
bouncing a little bit, kind of just like on the balls of his feet, just
So excited.
keeping a very straight face, but just
Real quick side note,
Yes.
because I'm thinking of it. Do the windows in our dorms like open all the way, or there are like screens and stuff in them?
I think they can open all the way. I had envisioned it as such. It's just
They can or cannot.
they can't open.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think
There's no
Okay.
screens or anything.
Yeah,
Never mind, I
Not
was just
curtains,
curious.
but
fair. Yeah. After another 10 minutes of waiting in queue, there is a 2 silver entry fee per person.
Okay.
Rogue kind of just goes, "Oh, I've got it covered."
Cass was just about to reach for his pouch. He's like, "Oh, thank you."
That's very kind of you. Do I recognize the pouch?
Well, Caspian doesn't have a normal pouch,
I do not.
so I don't think you've known Caspian long enough. But I will let you make a perception check.
Okay. Well, okay. Here's the thing, though. Cass isn't suspicious at all.
I know,
So
which is the fact that you would recognize it if you happened to see it is
Okay.
why I'm having you make the check.
Okay.
I think I have the same one. Wait.
You may not be looking for it, but it's a
No, that's not enough.
What'd
It's
you
like
roll?
a perception.
Mhm.
That's a 7.
7. No,
No.
yeah.
Cass,
So
Cass isn't paying attention.
mark
It's dark.
down 18 silver
Yep.
from your
Yep.
from your gold.
Does mine have the restriction where only I can grab from it, or is that one of the more? Because I know we talked about implementing that feature.
I don't
know if
think
we
for this
did.
one. No.
Okay.
There's
Real soon, though.
yeah. But you are shown inside, and it's kind of like a walking tour of some of the public areas. You don't get to go behind, but you do see in this facility there is this massive like magnifying glass that is pointed directly west, and from even inside you can see the waterfall a bit larger than from when you were outside, and the mountain range beyond that. You would have been moving things and at the school at the time, but Cass and Crow, you've been in town long enough to know that as the sun sets over Eric's, it is the mountain range in the distance blocks the light. Don't block the camera in such a way that that rays of sunlight are basically like pinholed to just hit the waterfall, which is what this lab takes advantage of. And as you're walking through, you do see there is what is I think it's called a sun. It might just be called a sun sword.
Ooh, yes, it is sun sword.
Sun Schwad.
Sunsword.
Sunblade,
Sunsword.
which is a hilt of a sword that it's basically a lightsaber. It's a hilt of a sword that a blade of pure light emerges from.
Amazing. I
Else says me
want
like-
that.
I want that, and I can't even wield it.
You said that's on display?
Yeah, they have they have one on display that they were able to. It's been a magic item that's been around for ages, but
I can't.
but apparently this one, for one, the light explicitly counts as sunlight. The sword emits, which is useful for things like vampires or anything else that thrives at night. And it was apparently much easier to produce than it would typically. The actual sunblade is a rare item, but this was apparently an enhanced version.
Me likey.
See, what's up?
Can I make an Arcana or History check to see if Ari would recognize it?
Go for it.
It's the same bonus, so. Alright, that's a 17.
A 17. Yeah, you've definitely. There's actually a specific sun sword that is legendary, known as the Dawnbringer, which is a sentient magic item that you have.
And that's what this is?
No, that is not this one. But that
You're very
that is
excited.
a
Well, the Dawnbringer sounds very familiar. A new hand touches the beacon.
yeah.
That's the Dawnbreaker.
I know, but it's very similar.
Yeah. So you've heard of weapons like this.
Okay.
This specific one is not. This was crafted by this.
Okay, so it's not otherwise known.
Yeah. No. You also see, essentially stun grenades, which are like flashbangs, but a lot brighter, and
Deal damage.
and the light sticks around. So it's like you can throw one and light up an area for
Under the orb.
a period of time. You see a cannon that has been modified to fire light. So they essentially have a laser cannon.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Cass is gonna lean down
Like a little
to
museum.
which one wanted to see this?
I'll say.
I was like, he's gonna lean down and go, I understand why you wanted to check this place out. This is pretty cool.
Make an insight check.
An insight check? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
That's a natural 20.
Osei does not look excited.
So,
There's
do
a
you guys remember that vision that Ray had?
Yeah.
not
Is that the same thing?
no.
Oh no! I thought it was
Oh, wait.
connected.
Oh.
Which vision? I thought you meant his prophecy picture from.
No,
The
no.
one after scrying on Ein.
Interesting.
Find out.
Very interesting.
Oh!
You see, there is a. You specifically have seen this look before. When your dad came back home after his fight with Typhon,
Ooh.
Who?
a look of determination, of a hint of maybe vengeance. There is a dark look in Osei's eyes, and he is attempting to hide it from anyone else. But you rolled a natural 20. Yet he rolled a 26 to hide it from anyone else.
Oh.
You know.
Not with my passive.
Aries focused on other things.
Yeah. So, but with a natural 20,
Can I tell then also that he's trying to hide it?
yes, absolutely.
Wow.
Cass is gonna continue to play along and be like,
How do you spell Osei?
OSSE, and the E has
The two
the
dots.
2 dots. Correct.
Yeah.
We'll say AA.
these creations they're very well crafted.
Yeah.
Oh yes, the craftsmanship on these is absolutely exquisite.
I'm sure that you're having a field day over here.
It's beautiful.
Have you ever seen Dio make anything like this?
Roll a D20.
8.
I have a
not a
feeling
specialty.
these don't exist hardly anywhere else in the world.
Oh, I mean, I've
Perhaps
seen a
here
Sunblade
and there.
before. Well, at least I know of their existence. I'm sure they're around.
Well, seeing one and knowing of their existence are two very different things. So did you see one or do you know of its existence?
Has Aries seen a Sunblade?
Most likely in a book.
So a Sunblade specifically actually makes a really good monk weapon because Sunblades are inherently finesse weapons.
Oh.
So I would say, yeah, like in passing.
Yeah.
And like no one at your chapter would have had one, but I think it's fairly likely a monk has come through with one at some point.
I bet you the head of the Concord has one.
Yeah, I would not be surprised.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen one.
Oh.
Have you wielded one? No. It'd be cool to wield it.
It would be cool. Blades are not my specialty, unless they're very small.
I feel like it wouldn't have enough
as a
heft
blade.
to it.
You'd be surprised.
Is there anyone is there staff around?
Yeah, you're like there's like a tour guide.
Oh.
This part of it is more like a museum.
Mm-hmm.
Can we hold it?
No,
No.
I imagine it's a very dangerous weapon.
it is. In fact, as you were saying, the heft is not the main purpose. It's
Are you telling me it's lightweight?
I get it.
Yeah.
Indeed. And Ose actually speaks up. Energy is powerful. Can do quite a lot of damage. Same reason, a firebolt or witch bolt or spells can hit very hard.
Cass is going to make an insight on that.
I think at this
passive
point Elle would also
attack.
make one.
Cass is very suspicious now. Ugh, that's only a 12, though.
Hey, I also rolled a 12.
Wow, look at that.
Total?
Yeah.
14.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
If only he had guidance.
I'm working on it, bro.
You have bardic inspiration. You have no excuses.
Oh yeah, that's right. Bonus action inspire.
No.
Yeah.
You don't know I'm making a check.
It's for the next roll.
I mean, if you would like to.
There's no reason to.
Yeah, there's.
No.
We're going to play this game roleplay style, not game style.
Game style's fun.
Healthy mix of both. But anyway.
Yeah.
Narrative.
Sometimes the narrative writes itself.
As far as y'all can tell, he just has a vested interest. Now, you probably have a hint of just like, okay, there's something else going on there, but you don't get any specifics.
Cass is definitely gonna ask him at some point and be like, hey, what's going on, buddy? But he's like, I need to get closer to this guy first.
Gotta be besties.
Gotta get the friendship level up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Level it up. Are there any light armors? Or just the weapon?
Well, and as they continue, there's like some low level things. There's armor that emits light. And there's no armor per se, but you do get to a section that has some technology that looks a little bit familiar to all of you, because you have seen items of this aesthetic on the airships that you flew in on. Well, not that you flew in on,
Yes.
but the ones by the school.
Yeah.
And all of the faculty have some items that bear this silvery, either silver or platinum, a shining metallic with glowing blue decorations. And this, and there is a very short just drop before the path continues. The tour guide presses a button and
A light bridge. Oh, that's cool.
hard light.
Castle like kind of put like a foot on it, test it out.
Yep, the tour guide
fascinating.
literally steps out onto it, no hesitation.
Cass still does it.
Yeah.
You can manipulate the density of the light?
It is something that the scientists here have been working on for quite a while.
That is fascinating.
And this technology has been, I presume that you nine are students at MISE.
We are.
This technology has been shared with your academy, and among other things, we are in a happy partnership. And they also show you projections essentially similar to a scrying spell. It is. They show you a small device that shows a holographic projection of a person. Video calls.
Awesome.
Can you make
Interesting.
Can you make it small?
There are some smaller models, but we felt that this was a better example for display.
How do you create this?
Well, the light that is collected is refracted in such a way. I cannot speak to the specific methods. That is the purview of the scientists that work here. But if you'd like to come during some of the more general hours of the day, most of the scientists have gone home. We are open until midnight for tours and such. Considering how late the process goes to, it seemed to make sense.
Where in school do we use this technology? You say it has some?
Specifically, this was pioneered by some scientists over the past 20, 30 years for communication, for protection. And it is my understanding that this is how the faculty and students are able to communicate with one another while out on missions or otherwise. And I am sure that your teachers will be more than happy to give specifics on that.
We'll have to ask Gregg about it when we get back.
Absolutely.
And the tour guide continues to show. The rest of it isn't nearly as impressive. It's just some more uses of light that essentially just more examples of the same types you've already seen. So nothing mind-blowing beyond that. But the tour comes to a close, and it's probably about like 11 at this point.
We should get back.
Thank you very much for joining, and have a wonderful evening.
I do have one question before we depart.
Yes.
Is it possible to modify things that have already been made with this technology?
Of course. There are always possibilities.
Fantastic. I'll have to come back and talk to the scientists during the day.
Have a wonderful evening.
You as well.
That was so much talking.
But it was cool, no?
It was very cool.
I enjoyed that. I have a suit of armor of pure light would be so cool, don't you think?
Yeah, I see you coming.
That's
Yes.
true. It's a bit flashy.
Do you want? Oh, yes.
So is loud and clanky metal armor.
No.
See.
I
If
wouldn't
you're
call
in
that
a-
flashy so much as just loud. But
Your passive perception is a
11.
11. Cool. Yeah.
I do think it would be cool to have, like, something on, like, for example, my helmet that I could open up or turn on and off, or something that would emit light so that I could
Cyclops.
have, like,
Or just
a light in front.
just a helmet.
Yeah,
It's literally just like a
helmet light.
Headlight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in 7
But
days.
like this.
Exactly.
And Ari just kind of touches the top of Elle's head and it casts light. And Elle's head starts glowing.
I do with the light spell. L just starts glowing.
Yes, but a little bit more confined than
A bit
that.
more targeted.
Yes.
Hikari speaks up.
Yeah, a little
But
bit
it would
see
be
coming.
quite useful for those of us that cannot see in the dark.
Ari touches Elle's scarf. And just the scarf starts glowing.
You just kind of get to this, just a face full of light.
I cannot see again.
Oh, sorry. I dismiss it.
I don't think you can dismiss light.
If you cast it on something else, the previous effect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ari touches Cass. Cass starts glowing.
Crow starts walking
Very
away so
fine.
she doesn't have to be a part of this.
Could you please make me stop glowing?
Only lasts a minute.
Cass doesn't know that.
I think he's Light's a cantrip. It's a fairly...
Oh, okay.
Duration is an hour, actually.
Oh, my bad.
You
Or
lied to me.
cast it again, or dismiss it as an action.
Okay,
Okay,
there you go. Yeah,
Yeah,
so you can...
Yeah.
Yep. Did you get everything you were looking for, Ose? Yeah, it was really good to see. I'm glad.
It's very interesting.
Does Kakari notice anything about his own team? Nope. That's a 6.
Yeah.
His wisdom is not bad, but
It was that time.
yeah. Ose is just kind of back to being very reserved and quiet and very, very back straight. Very what's the
Rigid.
yeah, rigid, but also
Attentive?
poise, like
He's got good posture.
good posture, and yeah. There's a specific like prestigious is kind of like
Stick.
it's very much a attitude you recognize of, oh, this person has been taught manners
Yeah, yes.
and is very much a stickler about them, at least for himself.
yes.
Ari has a similar posture.
Yeah,
Al doesn't.
Crow's
I
slouching
know.
down the buckets.
yeah.
Yeah, Cass is gonna, as everybody starts to walk off, he's gonna like hang back for just a second and watch them leave, and he's gonna keep an eye on what's his face before
Osei.
before starting to follow. So he's like kind of behind the group a little
Okay,
bit.
yeah. Easy enough. Kakari kind of move as you guys are beginning to walk back to the tram, I assume.
Sure.
Yes, we're walking back. Ari walks back towards the tram.
Yeah, so is Eric leading the way?
I mean, Crow's already wandered off, and Cass is hanging back.
Cass is only like I don't know,
It is.
Crow
He's
rolled
like
a 7 on
maybe
navigation.
30.
I don't think she's paying attention to where she's walking.
Can I?
You just started walking.
Yeah.
Can
To
I
be fair,
she's
the
just
first
walking.
part from because the lab is up on the hill and there's just a path that leads down back to the main.
straight back to the river.
Yeah, and so for the first part, you don't need to navigate.
Yeah.
But
Al is
after you
getting
get there-
distracted by literally everything along the way. Look
Ari
at this,
kinda
look at
keeps-
this.
Yes, I know. We can come back tomorrow. I
I don't know what the day will have, though. I want to look at it.
we
now.
never know what the day is going to have.
It is true. Yes,
So we can come back tomorrow, but the
Okay.
tram is going to leave soon, so...
you're right. You're right. Oh, look at this thing!
Yes, I know. Can I
That goes
grab-
on for about
She-
5-10 minutes.
ends up taking his hand to walk him back.
This is what he's getting at.
What's that?
That's a 12 on the
Free
wisdom save.
contact.
Yeah, you're blushing a little, but not too noticeable.
Ari does not clock it at all.
Yeah, not in the slightest.
It's dark.
I do
enough.
think it's enough to jog his. Okay, cool. We're focusing.
Let's go.
All right, so Ari and Elle walking together because Ari is keeping Elle focused. Cass is
Cass is
a
walking
half
a
step
little bit
behind.
behind.
Yeah,
And, more than a half step. He's like I don't know, six,
far enough back to observe, and
Yeah.
yeah.
He's like 20 feet behind or something.
Yeah. Is there anything specific you're looking for, or just
He's watching the group very specifically. He's watching
us?
Ose. But he's just kind of keeping an eye on generally all of them.
Okay.
Not out of like I think people are going to be do suspicious
Yeah.
things.
So I would say
he's
go ahead
like-
and make an insight check.
Yeah, he's trying to like
And
gauge
if you're doing
their
that
groups.
for the entire walk, you can use passive. So essentially, you can just take a 10 because you're doing the check for long enough, if you want to. And additionally, you're specifically going for like the dynamics between them. I would say that for this instance, because you're giving yourself the time, you could use charisma instead of wisdom
What for?
for the insight check.
Okay, cool.
So it would essentially be.
So +1 compared to what I normally get.
Wait, are you not proficient in insight?
Oh no, I am. That's true. I was just looking at the total score. So okay, so it would be a +6.
So yeah, it's an additional +3.
Cool. That's only 13, which is my passive. So it has
So
to be the
you
same thing
rolled a
either
7?
way. I rolled a 7.
So yeah, it could be 16 though. Because if it's 10.
No, I rolled a 7. Plus...
Yeah, but I said that you could
proficiency.
essentially use your passive.
Yeah, my passive is 13.
But if you use your charisma for it, your passive insight would be a 16.
Oh, I could use my charisma as my passive as well. I thought that was only for an active check.
I mean...
Okay. Well,
He wants to give you something.
You're
Take it.
taking like 30 to 40 minutes.
If you want to give it to me, I'll use my passive.
No,
but I did roll.
I'm
so.
just saying that if you're taking that much time to do it, like I'll consider the minimum to be your passive.
Okay.
Yeah, the minimum that you could roll, taking close to an hour to observe and all that.
Okay,
I'd say.
So then, with a 16, what do I see? Do I notice anything? Does the group seem to mesh well?
They seem to be getting along. Echo is a little bit of an outsider, not talking a lot. Rogue is super flirty with anyone that is even mildly receptive. She attempts to flirt a little bit with Elle, only backing off when I assume Ari gives us kind of a side eye.
No.
No?
Ari does not clock the flirting.
Okay.
Ari doesn't know what flirting is.
Ari is completely unaware.
Yeah. She flirts with Elle. She's teasing with
Make an insight check real quick.
with
Alright.
Osei and Echo.
That's a
She's a scaly,
19.
okay.
You know that the second that Rogue starts talking to Elle, he gets visibly uncomfortable.
Yeah, she clocks that. She doesn't know it's flirting. She
No,
just
she
thinks it's
doesn't, but she
uncomfortable.
knows that she's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do with that what you will.
She absolutely flirts with Kakari. She even kind of walks and kind of drifts so that she's walking next to you and makes, just starts up some small talk and is a little bit flirtatious. And just so what brings you to Maya's Academy?
I wish to follow in my brother's footsteps.
Oh, brother.
He graduated from the school this year.
Strong like you?
Whoa! Whoa! Hold up! Did Elle hear that? Yeah, Elle heard that. That's a 22!
She's not hiding anything.
Elle's head whips around. Like, what?
She was just flirting with me. Why is she flirting with you?
Cass just goes, oh no, he's far stronger. He's pretty much better in every way than I am. I aspire to
Oh, I don't think you're too bad.
Thank you.
Hey, Cass, I have a question.
What is it, Elle?
Come here.
Cass will speed up a little bit.
You see Elle. You don't see Elle's mouth move, but you hear in your head. Can you not tell when a girl is flirting with you?
He's never heard that yet.
Elle, did you? That was very strange. How
Well,
did you do that?
we live in a magical world. What are you talking about?
What did you do?
I talk to him like I talk to you sometimes.
You've never talked to Ari like that.
Yeah, I have. Multiple times.
Oh, you have?
Oh, yeah. That's been a thing. She
Yes.
knows that he's got that ability.
Oh, okay. I thought you said he hadn't done that before.
No, he has.
Okay.
He hadn't done that while they were at the school yet.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
That's fascinating, and I just don't know.
I mean, good luck, I guess.
Can I make an insight check on
And that
on
Cass
Rogue?
stops in his tracks for like a solid 2 seconds before going continues walking.
Can I make an insight check on Rogue?
Absolutely.
That's a 2 and an 8. So an 8 plus 3 is 11. Yeah, no.
I mean,
look
she's
back-
not
She's not
hiding
hiding it.
anything.
Is she genuine? She's not genuinely flirting.
She's got a with an 11.
I mean, Ari wouldn't know either way.
Yeah, I don't know if you would know.
I think because Cass has sat back and he's seen her flirt with the other guys first. He's like, okay, she's just being flirtatious. This is not. So
Like,
he
I mean, you can make a specific insight check if you want to.
No, I think Cass has made that
Okay,
that up in his mind. Regardless of whether it's real or not, he's
I
not
want to
gonna
make
know.
a specific insight check. Like, is there someone here that she genuinely is like going after type of deal?
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Or she's just like being kind of a dingus. That's a non-natural 20.
Wow.
She's just being playful.
Okay.
At the moment, it could.
It's entertainment.
With
for
a
us.
flat 20, it could very much be a testing the waters, and if someone was receptive, then she might, take more interest. But it's very much just a playful flirtation to start. But there's also it's not like she's not being disingenuous with any of it. She's not trying to manipulate or play anyone. It's just
Who's gonna bite?
exactly.
Where's Crow?
Not my bard,
Crow is
unfortunately.
up near the front of the crowd. She's still just kind of walking.
And Kakari has kind of just slid and
Oh, good luck, buddy.
yeah, kind of just walking next to Crow. But to finish first, Kakari very much already showing leadership in the group. Not by any he's not like a type A. He's not aggressive in the slightest.
It's more of that's just how he's fallen into place.
It's very much he's
Older brother vibes.
older brother vibes.
Which is why I inspire Kakari.
I gather my fledglings.
a little bit, yeah.
Corvus?
I mean, yeah. Corey never walks alone. As soon as if the person she's walking with starts a conversation with someone, she will just drift to try and find someone else that is either not in a conversation or just always making sure she's walking next to someone and not even actively talking, just never wanting to be on her own within that.
Who is she standing next to now?
Right now, next to Echo, they're just they're not really talking, but it's I acknowledge that you exist.
Yeah. After the 10 minutes or whatever that takes Elle to kind of focus,
Yep.
Ari does let go of his hand.
Fair.
Man.
I mean, you can keep holding her hand. She
He
just
does.
kind of relaxes her hand to let go, and he
Al
keeps-
doesn't.
Yeah.
But the Kakari, which means Kakari and Crow are now.
Up at front.
Yeah.
Did that thing shut?
I thought I heard a click.
I
Those
did.
ones shouldn't.
Because it may have been something just under the table, but just in case.
They shouldn't have an actual shot.
While this is happening, 21
Alright, cool.
on perception to notice that
Careful.
Echo and Corey are kind of by themselves.
Yeah, easy enough.
Cool. Elle is going to migrate over to them
dragging
while
Ari
dragging
along.
Ari along
Amazing.
and start talking to the two of them.
Yeah, just small talk or anything specific.
Small talk.
Yeah.
Trying to repair the damage.
Yeah, Cora is actually very receptive to small talk, and just you can tell she has a lot of feelings, and when they're good, it's great, but it's also emotionally
Emotional
She's small.
damage!
she is small, and you think that she's just filled to bursting with emotion, so that anything could make her cry. Both positive or
Okay.
negative.
Speaking of older brother vibes, I think Elle's got that now.
A little bit.
Those protective instincts. Anyway.
But Kakari does kind of walk up and match pace with Crow. So, Flyer.
Inspired. Good luck.
Okay.
He hears a little good luck in his head.
There's this twitch of how when you're driving you kind of just do it like a wave to say thank you to someone. There's kind of that kind of motion with one of his wings in your general direction.
Man, I love this ability.
You did well.
I guess you did all right.
I could have done
Almost
better.
enough.
We'll do better next time.
You asking for a rematch?
I wasn't, but I'm not opposed to the idea.
We'll see.
Yes, well... I don't know. Something about you, reminds me of someone.
Someone?
It's just haven't seen him in a long time, but,
Is a 0. So 11.
11? On insight?
Yeah.
You got nothing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
What, a brother or something?
I guess you could call him that. Yeah. He always did good. But, I just wanted to see how you were doing. You were kind of walking alone up here.
There's a lot of talking back there.
Not much of a talker.
We just listened to, what, an hour of other people
That's
talking about.
true, so maybe you'd appreciate the opportunity to speak some yourself, instead of just being talked at.
Speak about what?
What
She
are you-
immediately gets, like, more spotlight and anxiety from him mentioning that.
Okay, where did you grow up?
Here in Vala.
Oh, I'm obviously from a bit further west from some of the islands, Waimarie.
Yeah, the wings would say.
Yes, I was very impressed. You would make a good ore. Seems second nature to you.
I'd like to fly. What can I say?
Anyone teach you that?
Might have. It's a long time ago.
So, Vala. Anywhere I've heard of, or?
Around, I don't really have a town to call home. I've just been around Vala.
He's getting way farther than I did, even with charm. Holy cow.
It's the wings.
Look, she had a fight to establish respect.
She also feels as though she's established dominance. She won.
Yeah.
This is true.
I would say, Eri, you would be the most conscious of this. At this point is like 11:50. And you've still got a distance.
We need to speed up.
Eddie, it's okay.
No, it's 11:50. We need to make it there before
We'll
midnight.
make it.
We're not going to make it. And she starts walking faster and grabbing his hand again. She's got a walking speed of 40 feet. She
I
is
don't think
dragging
she
him.
can pull him, but
I don't think she needs to.
Yeah. I don't think he'll resist.
he's in the middle of a conversation with two people. Eddie, we'll make
But
it.
when Corey does hear, that's a fair point. Maybe we should get moving. And she does. Corey and Echo. Echo has a movement speed of also 40 feet. Corey only has 30.
I only have 30.
Corey is going to wild shape.
Nice.
Nice.
Water horse. It's like Frozen.
No, she, as she kind of goes, oh. She kind of looks up. I think we need to run if we want to make it there.
I don't think we need to run.
No, we didn't run.
And she kind of leans forward, and you see water begin swirling around her, and takes, and so she's kind of suspended as the form of a lynx forms around her with the water. That begins matching pace, movement speed of 40 feet.
I will, like, glance at, what's his name again?
Kakari.
Kakari, I got it right, yes. And then take off.
as she glances, he just says, weapons will always find the way home. And begins flying.
If that's the case, she stands there for a good moment.
As he is flying off. And Rogue only has 30 movement speed, but is a rogue and can dash as a bonus action as well. So she's keeping pace without too much issue. Cass. Everyone is running ahead.
Cass is gonna start running as well.
There.
I think if
She's
he
completely
passes,
staring off into space
if
right
he
now.
passes
What did
by
he
her
say?
and she's still standing
Wyverns always find a
still,
way home.
Interesting.
if he passes and she's still standing still, he's gonna stop, turn at her. Crow, come on, we have to get back to school.
Yeah. And she starts flying.
Okay.
And Cass will continue to book it.
Yep. You do only have 35, so you are actually...
Cass is ending up being the slowest of the group, I
Yep.
see.
Despite having the fastest.
Ella's only 30.
Technically, I'm the slowest. No, wait, you have 30, right?
I have 35.
Yeah, I am the slowest.
Yeah.
I'm a widow.
And it's not helping Ari. Yes, she's trying to drag him along.
Do you have any spells or anything that you could...
I'm out of spells, dude.
You're out of spells?
My last spell was to cast command on myself.
Oh my goodness.
No, that was fun. I'm in trouble.
Let me actually... Okay, that is a... Kore will dispel her Lynx form and take a new one of a lion.
Nice.
And she kind of just stops and next to Elle.
Go on.
It is a large creature.
No, I cannot do that.
Ari goes on.
The lion formed out of the water. It's a roar that sounds like a crashing wave.
That's
That's amazing.
We're not going to make it in time if you don't get on the lion. Get on the
I want to
lion.
get on the lion.
Too bad.
Does he get on? He gets on.
Yeah.
Good. And the lion has a movement speed of 50 feet. So,
there you go.
Yeah.
without issue.
So Cass is the one who's struggling
So
to get
who
back
is leading the way?
Probably Kokori.
Kakari?
Yeah.
Kakari.
Yeah.
I just combined their names, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Kokori.
Yes, you did. All right.
It's the K name.
I know, it's all the K names.
Jane, get some diversity in there. You've got A, you've got B, you've got C. Hey, guess what? You've got D as well.
I don't want to hear it.
These
Caspian
nuts.
Crow.
Listen,
Got him.
It's Cass Crow, L, and Airy.
listen. Okay, yes, that's true.
To be fair,
That
I had Ari
happens
picked
At least
out.
only 2 of that team have matching letters.
Okay, I picked my name. I think second. Amy had hers first. I picked mine second.
Y'all didn't like Nev, so.
I thought Nev was fine.
L is better.
L is better.
See? It's his fault.
Alright, pizza man.
Okay.
Do I notice that Cass is falling behind?
He's mostly keeping up. Okay, I'm gonna say this. The group is essentially going to have to slow down a little bit for you.
Okay.
Unless there's something that anyone else can do to help you.
Ari's not slowing down for Cass.
Cass is basically going to be like, go, because if they get to the tram, they can just stay on the tram until the last ride goes, and if he makes it, he makes it. If he doesn't, he's in trouble.
Okay, I'm gonna just say it's gonna come with their speed. Everyone else can make it. With Cass's
buddy.
5 feet every turn stacks up. So I'm gonna say roll a d20,
Roll a d20. Okay.
and that will determine.
If Cass gets in trouble because he stopped to keep you out of trouble,
fair.
you owe him.
I don't think that would make the difference.
No, it might not.
That was like
What?
half a turn. That was a free interaction.
Nope, he doesn't make it.
What is the roll?
That's a 3.
That is a 3.
I think I have 1 inspiration left.
Up to you.
If you want to give it to me, I'll try it.
Yeah, go for it.
Hang on to that inspiration just in case.
No, I'll give it to him.
She can do what she wants with
Okay.
it.
Day one.
Unless you can give me a bardic inspiration.
No,
if
I
you
can't.
saw him falling behind and he was in
We
range.
can get more inspiration next week.
Yeah.
That's true. Alright.
Go for
Let's
it.
see if... That's much better. That's a 15.
With a 15,
Thanks, babe.
you arrive as the doors are closing.
Cass, like, slides
Yeah,
in.
Kamar is kind of standing there. Final call. As all the rest of you, the 8 of you, are on the tram. There's a couple other students as well that have been in town that were there in time. And literally, it is the doors are beginning to close, and you stumble in at the last possible.
Cass does like a little slide. And is there anyone who is between him and the back of the tram?
No, I think
He's gonna slam right into the
I think
wall.
Ari, you kind of just put your staff in the way of the door to
Yeah,
hold it
I
open
was gonna say, I
for
kinda-
one more second. That's your inspiration,
There we go.
There you go.
and you just boom.
We're good.
Gonna go on long legs.
Let's
Oh, the armor wears him
not
down.
let it get that
Actually,
close.
he-
Cass is not wearing his armor.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
already
it's
took
not?
it off.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Let's not let it get that close. Next time. Yeah.
I had fun and it
Maybe
worked out.
walk
didn't it?
faster next time.
All right.
Or
Very
get some
nice.
Well-
wings.
I'm being realistic.
Realistic is not nice.
And next time I'll take the right path.
Be kind. Kind is good.
Sorry.
Kamar
It's okay.
is going to essentially make a vibe check on on Caspian.
Oh, all right.
I'm going to say that's an insight check.
Okay. What
Vibe check.
What am I? Am I rolling something?
No, it depends how.
What is this for?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
That is an 18 plus 11
Wow. All right. Sweet.
with a 29. How? Let me put it this way. Trey, the DM, asking Noah, the player, if there were a way, whether it's within the rules or not the game rules, but the school's rules, for Caspian to get the tram to run, or something like that, after curfew hours, would he balk at that, or would he participate? And if he had missed it,
If he had missed it, he would have either tried to call the school and be like, "Hey, I missed the tram," or B, he would have, if he couldn't do anything, he would have just stayed at the tavern and then.
so
come
I,
in.
as Trey the DM,
Uh-huh.
Caspian has no idea of this. None of the characters do. Kamar can be convinced to run it again.
Okay.
He is a gambler.
I freaking knew it!
And considering how close you were, with a 29, he's not going to tell that information to a
First
teacher's
year.
pet that would rat him out. Snitch! And so that is the vibe check.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I'll be honest. If he ran it, I don't think Cass would be like, "Hey," like go to the headmaster and be like, "Hey, the lift master is running it after hours." He'd be like, "Oh, the lift master is the master of the lift. He can do what he wants. He's in charge of it."
That's fair.
If he's trying to help out a student, that's up to him. If he got a
It's
specific,
transactional.
if it's like bribery, then yeah,
It's,
he'd be like,
it's more like it's you essentially have to win a game against him to convince him to do it. He is a gambler. He has literally. I gave him the gambler background.
That might be a little
That's
iffy
awesome.
for him.
Exactly, which
I
is
think
why-
it'd be very dependent on how he's doing it.
I would do it.
Like if it's
Yeah.
I think
like Ellen Crow, he knows. It's like, yeah, if situation came to it, I know that they would be on board.
No, we wouldn't.
They could try to be. So that is the vibe check. That's going
I
on.
think if he was doing it for money, if it's like, okay, you know, we'll bet, and then if you like, you know, if you win, like you pay a fee and you get on, whatever. Then Cass would be like,
no,
that's a little
it's
shaky.
like you probably have to bet money, but it's either a win-win for the student or a lose-lose for the student. Because if you lose the money and you don't get a ride. If you win, you keep your money and you get the tram to go.
Yeah, I don't know how Cass would feel
Exactly.
about it.
It is not an altruistic endeavor.
Although Cass will probably never encounter it because Cass is going to try and make it every time.
Yep.
Can Crow roll an insight check on Kakari?
Absolutely.
You ain't gonna get shit.
Yeah, no, that's a 6 on the die.
Yeah, Kakari is actively having a conversation with probably Corey and one of the other students that is on the last tram. Just very not like closed off or anything, but just
just
very active
engaging something
Can I
else.
roll
conversation.
for insight on Crow?
Absolutely.
Crow's just standing back, kind of like eyeing him.
I want to.
Yeah, you specifically saw her just standing there.
Yeah.
Then in that case, I would rather give him help.
No. I'm not rolling
That
for
would
that.
make more sense.
I'm rolling to see if Cass would think I just ran through the city. I need to make sure I have everything on me. He would. So Cass pats himself down.
Yep.
His
One person's there.
His coin purse is there. Okay. Okay.
The second set of hand check.
Awesome. Amazing. So Cass will never
know.
Nice.
And it's silver. He wouldn't be like, this feels light.
Yeah, Cass would have absolutely no idea. We'll never notice this.
Well, especially because it's essentially a bag of holding.
Yeah.
But just for coin.
Yeah.
It's literally like, you know, normal size pouch. But he can just reach his hand into it and pick out a bunch of money.
Yep.
It's great.
So, an insight check on Crow.
20.
20? Yeah.
Yep.
You can tell. You've seen Crow for the past, 12 hours or so.
Yeah.
And in that time, it's not like you know her well. No. But you've seen her. This is different.
Yeah.
This is different than she's seemed all day. She was always standoffish. This doesn't look like she's trying to just sneer and make people go away. This is how would you put it?
What's the emotional state?
She is on edge, confused, taken aback, very distant, and just there's a lot of thoughts going between her eyes, but she's just staring at him, but almost as if staring through. A lot of things going through her head right now. And it's very unsure kind of thing, as opposed to angry or whatever else.
Well, I will walk up and put a hand on her shoulder and say,
She will instinctively jerk away.
Is it a pulling away, or is it a kind of shock?
It's a surprise thing, and the instinct is.
But it's not
away.
it's not a don't you touch me. It's
It's not like him touching her that's the issue. It's that I've been touched. I'm being jolted back into place, but I'm feeling very uneasy right now, and I don't trust it.
he says, hey, it's me. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay, I don't need to roll an insight check.
No, you do
No,
not.
you don't.
Okay.
I'm fine. I just
You know,
running back to the train.
you don't need to tell me if you don't want to.
I'm fine. There's nothing that you need to care about. Go pester Harry.
Well, that's where you're wrong.
About
Care about
pestering
you.
Harry.
No, I like to pester her. But
I've noticed.
there is something for me to care about. You.
You literally met me today.
And yet, here we are.
I think you have a bit too much emotion to pour out.
Maybe you don't have enough.
You don't know anything.
I know a little bit. Only so much as you will share. Or show, which is what you're doing now. We're a team.
If I'm showing, then tell me what you see.
Confusion, concern. Is there fear?
What?
No.
Of school?
This school does not frighten me. I don't think it frightens you. But something happened. Then you don't have to tell me. But just know that I'm here.
Sure.
One of these days, you're going to need help. And just know that you can turn to me.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Okay. Eddie!
Yeah?
That was close, wasn't it?
Could we not do that again?
I think it was fun.
Both of them marked down an inspiration.
Yeah! Nice. Very nice. My first inspiration is
Nice.
Nice.
The tram arrives at the school, and I think after that exciting jaunt through the city,
Elle's like, oh yes, that was awesome. He steps into the room. Oh, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Are we even gonna eat the food at this point?
No, not at all.
Yeah, throw the bags on the counter. All right.
Ari takes the time to
Elle doesn't know where his bags are.
put her.
Elle has no idea where his food. You have them? Okay, good.
I was going to say either Ari or Kore.
Yeah. Ari takes the time to put the groceries away, or at least hers and Elle's.
Yep.
She takes Crow's as well. Anything that Crow had left on the counter. And I guess at that point she's kind of like, well, I guess I'll put Cass's away too.
I don't know that Cass bought anything. He didn't find anything.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she puts
You sent him down the wrong aisle.
No. Cass just didn't know where he was going.
He's not a radio copper captain.
He doesn't go
Okay.
shopping.
He's like, why am I
has
here?
That's why he
Certainty
looked at the
that
wrong
morning.
cake.
So like, there are many better places to be. I don't want to buy anything here. This is weird.
She then does her evening rituals.
As you end your first night at Mize Academy, that will be where we end tonight's episode.
Sleep.
Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Good night.